Zulfikar, how do you pray? With my hands folded. No, I don't pray with hands folded. I let my hands hang down, as Messenger of Allah instructed. Read with me what is mentioned in Musnad al-Darimi. In the first volume, page 839, the first part of the hadith. Briefly, a companion entered the mosque and prayed. The Messenger of Allah said, "Repeat your prayer." So he repeated it. Then the Messenger of Allah told him again, "Repeat your prayer," until this companion said to the Messenger of Allah. The man said, "I did my best, so I don't know what you found wrong with my prayer." The Messenger of Allah said to him, "None of you completes his prayer until he performs ablution as Allah, the Almighty, has commanded." Here, the Messenger of Allah is about to explain the verse of ablution that came in the Book of Allah and says, "He should wash his face and his hands up to the elbows, wipe his head, and his feet up to the ankles." So first, we must perform ablution thoroughly, wash the face and the hands up to the elbows, and wipe up the feet up to the ankles. You wipe the feet, not wash them, but you are washing the feet while Allah Almighty and His Messenger say to wipe the feet, so your ablution is invalid before you pray. As for the prayer, the Messenger of Allah says, then he glorifies Allah, praises Him, and recites from the Quran whatever Allah Almighty has permitted him to recite. Then he says Allahu Akbar and bows, placing his palms on his knees until his joints are at ease and relaxed. The Messenger of Allah speaks about prayer in the finest detail, down to the relaxation of the joints, and he says, he places his palms on his knees. He places his palms on his knees. Pay close attention to the details the Messenger of Allah mentions about prayer. And yet, he did not mention folding the hands. Let's continue. Maybe mention folding the hands. The Messenger of Allah continues and says, Allah hears the one who praises him. Then he stands upright until his back is straight. Notice how the Messenger of Allah repeats even the smallest details. He continues and says, then every bone returns to its place. O Allah, look at the detail and clarity from the Messenger of Allah. Will he mention folding the hands? Then he says Allahu Akbar and prostrates, placing his forehead firmly. He said his forehead touches the ground until his joints are at ease and relaxed. The forehead is on the ground, not on the prayer rug. The ground means soil, it means trees, it means stone, anything that the earth produces. And the Messenger of Allah is still describing the prayer in the finest detail. Then he says Allahu Akbar and sits upright on his seat, straightening his back. He described the prayer like this for 4 rak'ahs until he finished. None of your prayers are complete until you do this. And the chain of narration for this hadith is authentic. Allahu Akbar. The Messenger of Allah describes the prayer in the finest detail. The bones, the joints, the palm, the knee, the forehead, and he did not mention folding the arms. So where did you get this innovation of folding the arms from? Why do you fold your arms in prayer? Here is the Messenger of Allah in a clear and authentic hadith. He did not tell you to fold your arms, so your ablution is invalid and your prayer is invalid. Then you say, we are the people of the Sunnah. What Sunnah? There is no power and no strength except with Allah.